Hello, fellow money makers. This is your trader's friend. Thank you for joining me today for another video. I'm so glad you could be here with me. Guys, wanted to bring you this video on the Euro USD. It was just crazy today. It was just crazy, and of course it messed up my mind because in the US we were coming out of a Sunday night into a Monday morning. Usually we don't get quite so much price action. But this was yesterday's level, and this is the Euro USD on the 5-minute time frame. This is the previous day's support, and you can see how we were getting into these areas of consolidation, and I'm going to explain that and explain my lines in a minute. But what I was expecting is once we broke that support with the strong close, that price would give us a bounce back to the long side, because about the last 5 or 6 days or so we've been in consolidation. So I figured I had this thing lit, and I want to say, for the most part, if you are near an area of support, then you are looking to go long. You're looking for an opportunity to go long. If you're near an area of resistance, you're looking for an opportunity to go short. However, if that opportunity does not present itself, then you follow price action. And this price action totally threw me for a loop. So let's get into what I have going on here. And it took me a minute to find the advantage in this trading situation. But you can see we were having these long periods of consolidation all day, just mind-numbing nothingness. And then all of a sudden, before I knew it, I was missing out on the big moves. So what I did is I began to mark the areas of support, and I went down to my 1-minute time frame, and let's take a look at that to find my advantages on the 1-minute time frame, and I'll show you where it was that I was finding my advantages. And this is actually a perfect illustration of where I was. You can see all of this boring consolidation. If you went short, you were getting stopped out. If you went long, stopped out, blah, 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 blah. Just consolidation. So this is where I was finding my advantages. Once you got, and let me blow that up a little bit for you. Once you got a solid break and close below that level of support on the 1-minute time frame, then that was the time to enter. And this is why this was such an advantageous strategy, because if you entered after the close of this candle and you got stopped out, if price went above this candle or above the previous candle, guess what? Bam! That's it. Your stop losses are minimal, but you can see how price continued to bleed down. Now this is the thing. You kept getting this crazy kind of stuff today where you would have price just fall down, bam, it was bouncing back up and it was falling down. So this is where I was finding the advantage. This is where I got tricked, because I was waiting again for this same situation. Got this beautiful bleed down, waiting for this bleed down again, and I come here and I get this close below that level of support. This very next candle started running wildly to the downside, and in the first 11 seconds I was in that candle. It didn't take me very long to realize that I'd made a mistake. Make sure you're waiting until your candle closes before entering. And when I looked up and saw, oh, it's only been 11 seconds, it didn't take me very long, like I said, to realize that I'd screwed this up. So no candle story is complete until that candle's closed, and you can see how price quickly went against that position. So what you're looking for is a solid break and close of the areas of support before getting into that trade, or areas of resistance in this case. But if you get a situation like this and you have price quickly reverse on you, go ahead and cut that trade. Go ahead and cut that trade and follow the money. Follow the money. This market messed my mind up totally today because I was not expecting this kind of price action. It was the beginning of the week. It just threw me for a loop. But this is the thing. You have to follow price over the dialogue in your head, because like I said, this whole thing just messed me up today. Now this was the area of resistance. Let's switch back to the 5-minute time frame so you can see how it is I marked this as resistance. After a while we got into this little period of consolidation, and what I was looking for was a break above this resistance level to go long, and you can see we never got that opportunity. Now this is the thing, what I'm looking to do tomorrow, my strategy, or for the new market day, which is right now, my strategy for this new market day is to short the high. It's to short the high. It's really that simple, and I plan to do that with proper candlestick reversal confirmation. If I do not get the confirmation, then I can't short this price action. What else was it? I wanted to mention something else to you. For a short-term trader like myself, the patience required to do this, it's a little bit tough, but let me tell you that patience is one of the master disciplines of the successful trader. If you're going to be a successful trader, well, if you're not scalping, but if you're looking for the most advantageous trades, then patience is a must. I don't think I'm going to scalp this to the long side tonight. I think I'm going to wait until we get a really decent retracement. And this is the thing. This is what I'm going to be looking for in that short from the high. I'm going to be looking for price to have traveled a significant amount from today's level of support, which I have not marked yet, but you can see with this yellow line, that is where today's support level was. Now at this point, and I've moved it, but laptop's a little hot, but at this point I'm not far enough off of the level of support to be looking for a shorting opportunity. So this isn't the opportunity that I want. Doesn't mean that I'm right, because price could short from here and fall down another 300 pips. But generally when I'm looking for a situation like that, I'm looking for price to have traveled a significant amount before I decide to take that short, and I'm looking to wait for some hours before I'm looking for that opportunity to present itself to me. Guys, just remember, if price is on the way up, especially if it's on the way up like a steam train, you're looking for the opportunity to short. If you've gone 10 or 20 pips, a lot of times, unless you're in a swinging market, that's not the time to try to short that price action. If you found that you've gone over 100 pips, then that's the time to try to counter trade if you get the proper candlestick reversal confirmation. If you're at a situation where you are near support, then generally you are looking for an opportunity to go long if it presents itself. If not, you follow price action. If you are near an area of resistance, then you're looking for an opportunity to short. But my strategy for this new market day is to short the high. Guys, just want to remind you that you can absolutely do this. You can be successful at Forex. Have a very Merry Christmas.